has been for you. Indeed, you're supposed to be in Angola today. And so don't worry, we'll facilitate your movement and let you arrive on time. The Honorable Cabinet Secretary for Education, Julius Migos Ogamba, representing President William Ruto, my very good friend. Give him my best regards, and I say Karibu. Excellency Ambassador Amatrum Amwa, one of our own celebrated diplomats. She held the fort in Addis Ababa for a very long time. And now she's a African. Thank you very much, Amma. The Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, the Honorable Mohammed, Member of Parliament, senior government officials, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the African Academy of Sciences, fellows of Arise, my beautifully dressed children, students, you're welcome. Take science very seriously, okay? There was a program to start building STEM secondary schools, specialized STEM secondary schools. And my point was that every secondary school should be a STEM school. And so we don't have to build standalone specialized STEM schools, but to build STEM blocks and laboratories in every secondary school so that everyone. On behalf of the government and people of the Republic of Ghana, I wish to warmly welcome all of you to Accra for this high-level meeting of the African Research Initiative for Scientific Excellence. Your presence here today is not just a diplomatic gesture, it is a powerful affirmation of our shared belief that science, research, and innovation must be at the heart of Africa's transformation. I wish to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the African Academy of Sciences for the vision and partnership in convening this meeting. Since the founding of this academy in 1985, it has distinguished itself as a non-political Pan-African platform for scientific collaboration and knowledge production. And its mission is to transform lives through science. And this resonates deeply with Ghana's own development aspirations. We honor the legacy of pioneering African scientists and Ghanaian scholars who laid the foundation for scientific excellence in our region. Among them are Professor Edward Ayensu, Professor Ebenezer Lane, Professor Daniel Ajebaquin, Professor Trevi Olenu, Professor Robert Butler, Professor Francis Kofi Alote, and Dr. Emmanuel Evans Alpha. They remind us that Africa's journey towards scientific leadership is rooted in our own agency, creativity, and resilience. The world today is shaped by knowledge economies. Nations that have prioritized science and technology have accelerated their growth. They've strengthened their resilience and improved the quality of lives of our people. And that is why when we say that at independence, Ghana's GDP was larger than that of Korea and others, the prioritization of knowledge has made them accelerate far ahead of us. But let's not give up, we're going to catch up. Innovation remains the most transformative driver of development, from food security to healthcare, to energy, to security, to infrastructure, to climate change adaptation and others. Whether in modern agriculture, in smart cities, in renewable energy, or genomic medicine, the future belongs to those who invest in knowledge and apply it wisely. And that is why Ghana is proud to host Arise. This meeting must inspire dialogue and ignite action, real coordination, and sustainable investment in science, research, and innovation. In an effort to strengthen the interface between science and economic development, the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, in collaboration with the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, has instituted an annual scientific and industrial interface review forum, and I explain what that is all about. This initiative will bring together Ghana's leading scientists and research institutions and bring them together with captains of business and industry, with innovators and entrepreneurs. It will give them the opportunity to showcase the findings of their research. And this will help us identify commercial pathways and align national research outputs with the practical needs of business and industry. We believe that sustained dialogue and cooperation between researchers and industrial actors will catalyze the uptake of locally developed technologies and processes, and thereby enhance productivity and create jobs. I believe that every school should take an excursion to CSIR, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and see what they're doing there. A lot of research findings that they have made remain on the shelves because there is a gap between research and practicalizing and commercializing the findings of the research. And this is what we're trying to bridge, and that's why we must bring these two people together. We don't research just for the sake of researching. You must research so that it makes a difference in people's lives. And I believe that this annual forum, which will bring them together, they'll be able to exhibit what they've done, their findings, and the businesses can take whatever ideas they have and commercialize and practicalize whatever they have done. Furthermore, I've asked the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology to come out with a comprehensive policy on commercializing research and innovation. We would design a national framework that will enable the full exploitation of research outputs through patenting, licensing, and public-private ventures. We will support researchers moving from discovery to deployment through incentives such as innovation grants, startup incubators, and technology parks. This policy will also include a review of our intellectual property laws and university-industry collaboration agreements to ensure that the economic value of Ghanaian research is unlocked and reinvested into our national development agenda. In Ghana, our agenda to reset the nation includes a bold commitment to restore confidence in the research and innovation ecosystem. We're pursuing this through massive reforms in education from basic to tertiary level, with an emphasis on STEM education, creativity, and critical thinking. Infrastructure investments will be made to modernize our research institutions and laboratories. Curriculums will be redesigned to make our students globally competitive and innovation ready. And social interventions that ensure equitable access to quality education and lifelong learning will be pursued. But beyond policy, we're putting resources and institutions in place. In this regard, I'm pleased to announce the operationalization of the Ghana National Research Fund. This was the dream of our beloved president of blessed memory, Professor John Evans Atamils. And I'm happy to announce the operationalization of this dream. The National Research Fund was established under Act 1056 of 2020. I've taken the step of appointing Professor Abigail Opoku Mensah as the first administrator of the fund. And I've constituted the governing board of the fund under the able chairmanship of Professor Eric Irenchi Dankwa. Now, what will this fund do? It will serve as a dedicated vehicle to finance research and development, R&D. It will fund research infrastructure, like improving our laboratories in our research institutions, and technology generation in key sectors of our economy: agriculture, health, education, environment, energy, and digitalization. This fund will support both basic and applied research. It will also promote cross-sectoral and interdisciplinary work. Importantly, it will also connect academia with industry and policy, ensuring that research outputs are effectively translated into real-world solutions. Your Excellencies, almost every government today is grappling with how to build resilient, inclusive, and innovation-led economies. Many African countries continue to depend heavily on natural resources, while others worldwide are invested in human capital and technology capabilities. We must learn from our Asian brothers and sisters: China, South Korea, and Singapore. These countries pursue strategic catch-up policies anchored in scientific research, educational reform, and technological adaptation. Today, they are among the world's most innovative economies. Asia alone accounts for nearly 70% of global patent filings. That's 70% of the world's new technologies, born not by accident, but by deliberate investment and policy coherence. There's a lesson for Africa to learn there. My brothers and sisters, Africa cannot afford to be left on the margins. We must leapfrog by building a connected African research ecosystem that is co-created, co-funded, interdisciplinary, and pan-African in outlook. And on this one, it means that we can do it together. We don't need to work in silos as Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa. We can share our scientific research amongst ourselves and be able to catch up with the Asian tigers. And so that's the strategic importance of ARISE. The ARISE program offers us a unique platform to nurture a new generation of African researchers. ARISE is building a critical mass of scholars who will lead Africa's scientific renaissance through competitive selection, mentorship, mobility, and collaboration. And so to our distinguished ARISE fellows, your work is impressive, it is foundational. From climate research to biotechnology, from artificial intelligence to health sciences, your research holds the key to unlocking Africa's potential. I commend you and assure you that Ghana will continue to support you. And that is why we are putting our money where our mouth is with the $10.3 million Ghana cedi, that I placed. Rapporteur, don't go and disclose me about $10.3 million. We're still resetting our economy, and I'm sure when the economy is solidly on its feet, we'll give some more money to the economy. So on this occasion, let me take this opportunity to thank our development partners, particularly the European Union. Thank you very much for the support you continue to give to this cause. And the Canadian Corporation of New York for their generous support of the ARISE program. We're also grateful to the African Academy of Sciences, to the African Union Commission, to the African Scientific Research and Innovation Council, ASRIC, the Afro Champions Initiative, the University of Ghana, and our own Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, our Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Education, for the dedication and collaboration that has brought this event here to Accra today. Your work and commitment, and I thank you for your work and commitment, and I pledge Ghana's continued engagement in strengthening our continental and global research partnerships. And my final charge is that we should let this be a turning point. Ladies and gentlemen, let us resolve that this Arise meeting, will not just be another gathering. Let it be remembered as the turning point at which Africa chose to believe in the power of its ideas and to invest in its brightest mind. Let us move from rhetoric to results, from potential to performance, from isolated research efforts to a coordinated African science agenda. Let us build the laboratories, let us fund our universities, let's incentivize the innovators and open the doors for the next generation of African scientists. Let us do this not for the prestige of it, but for progress, not for the applause of it, but for its impact, not for our time, but for our children and future generations. In conclusion, as we look to the future, let us be united in purpose and guided by the conviction that science is not a luxury, but a necessity. Let us build a continent where ideas flourish, where innovation drives change, and knowledge uplifts the quality of life of our people. So once again, I take this opportunity to thank you for your presence here in Accra, for your partnership, your unwavering belief in the promise of African science. And I pray that wisdom and a shared vision of prosperity will guide all our efforts. I thank you, God bless you, and God bless Africa.